Combine, I guess
Pro
it's
day.
pro day. He has a brother that plays, he has a brother that's playing college football, and he's wide receiver. And he asked his brother Cam, said, "Hey, can you go throw me some passes?" Cam said, "Yes." Got it at his old school Auburn, and I mean, it's time to see what he had to go. One thing I gotta say
Man,
is
Cam went from super to stupor, man.
one
He
thing.
lost all his magic.
Drew, he lost all his magic. Let's
It's
see how
like
he was.
Space Jam, man. They took his secret sauce. But let's see what he's working with. Oh, here he is. He's going back. Oh, look. He's going all the way around town to a launch.
He threw that with all his might.
Bow.
See, that's the
I mean,
one.
Cam had an arm. I really don't understand why he kind of fell off, because he actually
His
was
mouth.
he was Lamar Jackson. He could
Yeah.
run, except he had a bigger body, and that he could actually take those hits, and he could actually throw. I mean, he was just on a bad team. I don't think Carolina ever had a payroll any of the other top teams in the league, so he was kind of destined for being mediocre, kind of a middle of the road team. But Cam Newton was always a star, and I mean, I even we're here in Texas, so you wouldn't think there wouldn't be any Panther fans, but we at the place I used to work, we used to have a jersey day, and you would see a handful of Cam Newton jerseys, and that was just off the strength of his skills.
True. I mean, Cam Newton hasn't been the same ever since Von Miller went upside his head and he didn't die for that fumble that would have saved them the Super Bowl. All he had to do was just sacrifice himself, die for the fumble, but he didn't want to do it. He thought it was a prima donna. But I mean, with this whole situation with Cam, I mean, it looks like it's turned into a whole little Des Bryant situation. It's like I'm really
Oh yeah.
losing faith in any football player. If you're a football player and you didn't play in the past year or 2 years, I can guarantee they're not gonna resign you. Like,
What's crazy is it seems like a lot of the guys, even the guys are good, unless it's a quarterback. Quarterbacks play seems like now on average 15 years, so they're around a long time,
mhm.
10, 15 years. But if you're a skill position, like a running back or a top receiver, or a safety or something, it seems like you kind of have a 4 or 5 year run, and then that's about it. You're kind of out the league at that point. You might have a 4 or 5 year run. You might be a solid backup for 2 to 3 years, but then pretty much after that's for a good case, you're out the league. I mean, even look at what is it? Was it Ezekiel Elliott?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the dang near the face besides Dak of the Cowboys. It was Dak and then Elliott. I mean, they had memes of all the stuff for Elliott and all his different antics that he would do when he would score. And then, he had an injury riddled season. They got a young guy that actually had a better season than him this year, and now he's gone. So, I mean, you can literally see it. He had an injury year and then a down year, and he was gone. So in less than 2 years, you can lose your job.
True, but I mean, the crazy thing is, do you think the Washington Redskins have is quarterback better than I'm not Washington Redskins. The Commanders have a better quarterback than Cam?
What was
I think Tyler Heineke. I think
the young white kid,
the Heineke, yeah,
the Heine kid?
the Heineke kid.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a football savant like I am when it comes to basketball, where I know dang near every player's name. So, pardon me, but I would think that he's better. But the thing is a lot of times people are going to look at the upside. That guy might not be as good as Cam, but if they get him the reps and give him a couple years, he might be better than him, where Cam is probably going to be as good as Cam's going to get and only get worse. So they're not going to put the time into giving him playing time, because they figured he's already peaked. He's only going to get worse and worse.
And the crazy part is, like, I'm surprised he's not like a backup or a backup.
Somewhere, man.
Because, like, I remember Doug Flutie and Drew Bledsoe and them, they were playing for like the end of time. Rich Gannon,
backups, yeah.
like Rich Gannon and all those quarterbacks. It's so
Not
many.
Brett Favre, though. He said, I ain't being no backup to Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
Brent Favre, but he didn't want to be back up to Aaron Rodgers. Like, Cousins, you like the Cars. It's a lot of quarterbacks that were second string, they were first strings, and now they're second strings, and they played till they was on the team till like they was in their late 30s. So I'm surprised nobody wants to give Cam a try. You need to get him on the bench. Help out the other quarterbacks. I mean, he is good. It's not like he's trash. I mean, he's like over 6'4", big as hell. He can run people over.
I would honestly get him as a second string. especially if I had a young quarterbacks, because young quarterbacks have a tendency to get injured. So you would want a solid veteran. Plus, you want to, if you even want to get him where he's kind of a part of the offense, you could run some like wildcat and some special sets where maybe you could use Cam here or there for different situations. But that's how I would use him. So that way you can kind of have him in a little bit of a rhythm. And then if your guy gets hurt, it's not like he hasn't played for 6 games and now he's jumping in there.
True. But we're gonna keep you more up to date on this news. Comment below, where do you think Cam Newton should land, and do you feel like, do you feel like he's really not better than 32 other quarterbacks, or should he be a second string somewhere, third
Should he
string?
be on a team?
Exactly. I mean, you see San Francisco, they going through quarterback after the quarter. They going through like 3 quarterbacks in one season.
Yeah.